Greetings and welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Thrift Store Prepper. And what have we got in store for you in this episode? Well, you should already know it's an out-of-date MRE review because you read it on the thumbnail and the title. So no spoilers in letting you know what's in store for you today. So here we have today's MRE. You should be very familiar with these packages by now, is because from the good people at the Meal Kit Supply, these are the only MREs as of yet I have reviewed. Now unfortunately, dear Judy Bell, one of the wrenches, or the wrench wenches, whichever you prefer, she did send me a couple of MREs to review, but for some reason they got sent back to her. So don't know why that is, but if you do want to see me review an MRE, please do send me them because I do love them very much, and I'm looking in to try and find some more at a decent price that I can bring to you to review. So we've got our good friend Stanley here, although it isn't a Stanley brand for real, to open up the MRE, and let's see what we have inside. So we do have a piece of cardboard. Oh my goodness, we've got ourselves another potato cheddar soup served with bacon. We've already seen one of those, and I was kind of hoping that this one would be different. So that's the first thing. Oh my goodness, but we haven't seen these before. Tortillas. So we've got some tortillas to enjoy in this MRE, something we haven't seen as of yet. We've got ourselves a beverage powder here, and yes, some more orange carbohydrate electrolyte beverage. So we've got some carbs and some electrolytes there, and we have a flameless heater, flameless ration heater, which don't seem to work, and we've as of yet given up all hope on you making one of those work, because we did have two fails at the beginning, and we kind of figured let's just give up before we get too more disappointed. As always, there's an accessory kit that we're going to pop up there, although we probably won't look into that. Cocoa beverage. They do like their cocoa beverage powders in these MREs. They're very, very familiar. We've seen those a lot. Oh, but this, what is this? Spice pound cake. Ooh, this looks as though it's got a little bit of air in there, but this is a shelf stable product, and something I've seen in many MREs, and it says there MRE trans fat free spice pound cake. So that's something new for us to enjoy. What else oh my goodness, we look like we've got three. This is another super oh no, we've already known we got the cheddar. So we've got a chicken, that's the potato soup. That was the extra entree that we found out about. So we've got the potato and cheddar flavored soup, and I actually thought we were going to get 3 entrees in this one, but no, only the 2, but that doesn't matter. And the chicken fajita is the other item that we have as our entree. So again, another lot of food in this one. We got tortillas, and a pound cake and chicken fajitas, which we haven't seen, but the other stuff we have seen: the electrolyte powder, the cocoa, and the accessory packs, and we do got some pepper sauce also. So that's everything we have there. 2 decent entrees and a pound cake. So the next thing to do is just heat this up in the microwave, as we aren't going to waste time and effort with trying to get us the flameless heater ration working, or the heaterless heaters, as we've coined them on the Thrift Store Prepper MRE reviews. So that's everything in this particular MRE, and as I said, I'm going to go get this out on the tray for you and heat it all up, and we're going to get in and taste it. Okay, everybody, so it's all heated up on the tray. Let's have a look. Nice. And you will notice here there's some rice, some basmati rice, and I did add that to this MRE while I was throwing this in the microwave, and this is what it looked like. It's from the dollar store, ready cooked, microwaves in 60 seconds, but it's ready to eat from the bag. So that's kind of why I threw it into this MRE, just to give it a little bit of extra sustenance, because this is the only meal that I've eaten today. and since yesterday actually. That's a lie, since Friday. So yeah, so I do need a little bit of extra carb and nutrients, so I added one little pack of rice, and here we have the tortillas, which I did open up and heat up for you. So sadly can't quite get the whole tray in the picture, and the camera struggles to bend down enough. So that's everything. You can see we've got the chicken. Let's have a little look here. You can kind of see the chicken. Actually, let's put it down because it's very hot still from the microwave, and it kind of looks more like a chicken kind of chili than sizzling fajitas. There's a potato and cheddar soup. You've seen that before, and obviously there's the $1 rice that I added in the 2 tortilla chips. So we are going to taste this. What should we do first? Let's try and make ourselves a little fajita. So you only get 2 little tortillas here. So let's try and make ourselves a little burrito there, or a little fajita, as we say. And I'm going to bring the tray to my mouth because I don't want to be spilling stuff. Very much chili. That's all it is. It's a chicken chili. But oh, I've got some hot sauce. Everything needs hot sauce. So let's get the Stanley. Add the green looking hot sauce to our mix, and yeah, that's not too unpleasant at all, to be honest with you. And so it's kind of dripping out the bottom, so we've made ourselves a little fajita there, or taquito. And yeah, all I can really say is that just tastes like a canned chili. And you can see we've got some rice spillage, but we don't cry over spilt rice. So the tortillas are pretty good actually. Certainly when you heat them up, they do, like when I took them out of the package first of all, they did feel a little bit rubbery, but heating them up in the microwave did soften them up. And you know, that tastes just like kind of one of those like microwave burritos that you might get at the 7-Eleven or Circle K. So that was pretty good. I do got a napkin handy. Not the napkin from the accessory pack. We're going to leave that to the side with the cocoa, because we've done that before. So let's just have a spoonful on its own. Can't really get much from the yeah, the hot sauce didn't really do that much to it. But let's put the tortilla there on the little wrap. Let's get some rice and the fajita mixed together. And that actually works very well. It's kind of like a, as I said, a chili and a rice type of thing. And, what I'm probably going to do is just dump all the rice into the fajita mix and kind of eat it like that. It's very bland rice, just very, very simple, nicely cooked. Still has a little bit of a bite to it. And probably what we'll do with the rest of it is add it into the soup just to make it a little bit more filling. But these are pretty decent meals. Again, certainly if I was paying full price to this, I'm not sure if I'd be as satisfied as I am, considering I did buy these for quite cheap, because they are very near their expiration date. And part of the reason I am doing these reviews is just to show you that although they are nearing their expiration date, they still are very, very edible, and will provide you some of your nutrients. And definitely in an emergency, you would be thankful of a case of these for sure. And that works pretty well with the rice. Maybe even make a little burrito. Let's see if we can make a teeny weeny burrito. Well, kind of. It's more like a pocket, but let's give that a try. It's really good. Let's get something to drink. Oh, we spilt some orange over the studio. It's kind of gone everywhere, really. That was a bit of a pig's ear we made of that, thrift fam. But never mind, we can clean up the mess afterwards. So pour in some water. It says 12 ounces, so that's a little bit over. Let's give our spoon a little bit of a clean off. So we've got rice and orange crystals everywhere. But it doesn't matter. Let's get a bit of that cheddar and bacon soup that we've already tried. This was actually pretty good if I can remember. And, try not to dribble. Yeah, that is really good. So again, let's dump in some, because we have tried it. Let's dump the rest of the rice in there. Excuse me, to make that a bit more filling. So let's give that a little mouth test, and I will that actually works really well as well. So adding the rice to both of these entrees is going to fill me up just that little bit more. So let's give it a little wash down with the orange. And I'm not even going to attempt to clean that up now. I can just see disasters happening. So I'm going to just put you on pause while I finish all of this up. And then we're going to get the pound cake out. And I might even do a little bit of tidying during the interval. But for you, it will be instantaneous. Just like when Einstein was sent into the future in Back to the Future at the Twin Pine Malls. He transformed himself 1 minute into time. But for Einstein, that journey was instant. But for the Doc and Marty, it took a minute. So who knows how long it's going to take for me, but for you, as we've already discussed and mentioned, it's going to be instant. So just finishing the last mouthful of that. Whether or not we're going to get the baby pea burp, I don't know, to signify a satisfying meal. But that was really enjoyable. As I said, it kind of tasted a little bit like canned chicken chili. You get the kind of Hormel or the Stag brand chili. I'll just get a little bit of the orange to refresh one's palate, and put that just there. So there is some cleaning up to do after this, which is quite annoying, so I just cleaned it before I did this. Just got to do it again. Clean the studio, that is, before making this video. So let's just get some water to freshen up the mouth as we try the MRE pound cake. So will there be a hiss? No, not like the crackers. And here it is. That is what the MRE pound cake looks like. And doesn't look very good at all. There it was. There was the baby pea burp for you people. So this is the MRE and there was a bonus burp. Took a time to come, but when it came, we got 2. 3. My goodness. That was a bit, not spicy, but it was, there was certainly a lot of flavours in there, so probably going to be tasting that for the remainder of the day, unless the pound cake here does remove that. And that does also leave a little bit of a lingering aftertaste. And you can smell it in your pee. Don't know if anybody else who has tried the MRE electrolyte drinks will come agree with me on that you can smell it in your pee. But that's something I noticed after I've been doing these MREs, that I sometimes smell this. when I pee. So there's a little bit of bathroom humor as well. Bathroom humor, burps, inappropriate jokes during an MRE review is some of the things that I have been told that you do enjoy about these. So let's get into this MRE pound cake and see how good or bad this is. My. That is so very, very soft. I almost fell to pieces in my mouth. There's a very cinnamony flavor, but other than that, there kind of isn't really much flavor. It's kind of like a sugary sweetness to it, like almost like a glaze. But there isn't a glaze. That's very strange, but that is actually quite pleasant, actually. And I think it'd be quite nice if you dunked it in your MRE coffee. That would certainly give it another little depth and level of the flavor. But it's actually really nice to after this meal, kind of freshen up the mouth with the cinnamon. I can't even explain what it feels like. It doesn't really feel like cake, but it does fall to pieces very, very nicely in the mouth. So, same thing. I'm going to pause it while I eat it, and we'll get back to you. So, just the last mouthful of the pound cake, and I'm actually really, really, really enjoying this. I almost want there to be more. But, that's the last mouthful. So I'm talking while I'm chewing, which my mum would give me a slap by my ear if I was still a little boy living at home with my mum for talking with my mouth full. But my mum's not here. I mean, she is like still alive. I mean, she's not like not here, but she's not in Canada, so she couldn't ground me even if she wanted to. So sorry about that, mum. But talking with mouth full is a little bit unpolite, but you're not seeing me. It doesn't matter. So let me just have a quick mouthful of water, and then we're going to finish up the electrolyte beverage and let you know what I thought of this particular MRE. Yeah, that does have a kind of weird flavour to it. Oh, found another little piece of pound cake. The gift that never stops giving. So yeah, that was pretty good. Not sure how filling it would have been had I not added the rice. Maybe some of you might be a little bit annoyed at me because I did add the rice, because that wasn't actually with the MRE itself. But as I did explain, kind of neglected to eat yesterday, and I haven't actually eaten since Friday until now, so I can already begin to feel my body starting to get the nutrients from this particular MRE. There's another baby pee burp for you, so I think that's at least 4 burps in this video so far. Yeah, as I already said, these are the kind of nearing their expiration, and I did pick them up for $35 a case of 12 plus the shipping. Without the shipping, it does work out at less than $3 an MRE, and then for that price, absolute fantastic value for money. At the full price, I don't know. I wouldn't be so satisfied with it. I don't think in that case, but certainly for a box of MREs off of eBay, $35 for 12 plus the shipping, just for the enjoyment factor alone, that is well worth it. And I actually do have 2 full cases that I've unopened that have been added to my pantry. So that essentially has given me, if I had 1 MRE a day, that's given me another 3 weeks worth of food for $70 plus the shipping. But $70 for 24 MREs is a pretty good bargain, I think. And As I said, you could possibly quite easily make one of these last for a day. You can, breakfast, you could have your coffee and your pound cake. For lunch, you could have your soup. And for the evening, you can have your fajita and your tortillas, or your main entree. And then also for supper, you've got your cocoa beverage. So, goes a long way, and I do enjoy doing these MRE reviews, and will be a little bit disappointed when I've run out of MREs to review out of this particular batch. And although I could probably open the others, ones that I do have, the other cases that I haven't opened, to see if there are any differentiation in the contents in there, see if we had any different ones to try. We'll remain to see, and we will cross that bridge if and when we come to it. But as I said, some of you did mention that you are going to be sending me some MREs to review. And that would be absolutely fantastic, because I really do. I don't know why I get so much enjoyment out of these. And I do find it quite relaxing, as opposed to some of the other videos that I may make for you. I don't know why. Something about it. Just seeing the brown packaging and the kind of all this kind of stuff that I used to watch in MRE reviews before I was a YouTuber, that used to fascinate me. Just kind of having it here in my little thrift store studio, being able to have an MRE spoon in these things, it just tickles me, I guess. So hopefully you guys who are watching them are enjoying them as much as I am making them, and hopefully we will be bringing you some more in the distant future. And did have a little bit of a disappointment on eBay, as I did make an offer for 2 Russian military grade MREs, and I agreed on a price, paid the guy via PayPal. This was a little while ago, actually, about a month or so ago. But the guy actually refunded my money and said that he wouldn't be able to ship them to Canada. So that was a disappointment. But I do have a couple of eye outs on a few other MREs on eBay. Some Kazakhstani MREs in particular might be fun to try. But I really do want to try a Russian MRE. That would be kind of, I feel they are the kind of like Mac Daddies of MREs. That's the gold seal right there, the Russian military grade MREs. So I did see some Canadian ones online that I think are pretty affordable, that we might be looking into. But other than that, people, this was, I'm not going to say it was my favorite of the bunch so far. I don't know which one was my favorite, actually. But this was a pretty decent meal. We had 2 entrees. The pound cake was very nice. The tortillas were fun to try. And as we've seen this so many times before, we're not going to do a taste test on the cocoa beverage powder. And we're not going to open up the accessory pack. I'm going to throw these in the pantry, and they may come in handy at one point in the future. So Thrift fam, thank you so much for your viewership in this particular video. And as always, it is a shit video production for me, the Thrift Store Prepper. So we will see you next time.